Blessings on top of blessings out there to all our brethren. For those who don't believe, please receive the free gift of salvation. We'd like to welcome you guys back to another episode, and we're starting a new segment that is called Trending and Truth. And Junie's going to explain to you how it came about.
Yeah, so we were just trying to develop something that we can record as often as possible, all right? So we know that for us, we like to get deep into certain subjects, but it kind of takes us a long time to record because of how thorough we do our research. So we kind of want to be more, we want to hit more of the current topics that are going on in social media and just things that are trending. So my brother, being that he's heavy on social media, I asked him to start just bringing videos towards us and let us have our take on it when it comes to these episodes.
And just so you guys know, they don't know the videos I'm going to present to them.
Right.
So I came and gathered up a lot of things. Well, they have no clue what's going to be spoken about, so let's get into it. Yeah. And this one is titled, Is Donald Trump Ushering in the New World Order?
Breaking news, Saudi media just gave Trump a new title, the true president of the world. When Trump arrived in Riyadh, it wasn't just diplomacy. It looked like a coronation. He was greeted with golden sabers, white Arabian stallions, and a royal motorcade fit for a king. It was imperial treatment. Saudi outlets called it a tribute to power, something no U.S. president in history has ever received.
But a stable and peaceful Middle East will be a successful and prosperous Middle East, and that's what you've done, and that's what you're doing. And, you know, it's amazing because when I was here last, it was fine, it was doing good. And then I see the things that you're doing here and in your countries. It's just an incredible what you're doing. Is the whole world is talking about it. The whole world is watching us. Look at all the news over there, the fake news. Look at them. The whole world is talking about what you're doing, and you're the envy of the world. Together, we're in this room, and we're going to forge a Middle East that will be a thriving commercial, diplomatic, and cultural crossroads at the geographic center of the world. That's what it is. It's the center of the world. I look forward to working with you.
So this morning we did see a photo from the White House of that pull-aside meeting between President Trump, Syria's new president, al-Shara, and then the Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman there as well. Press were not allowed in.
That is U.S. President Donald Trump shaking hands with a West Asian leader. Do you know who that man is? You guessed it. It's the very same Mohammed al-Jolani. Only now he's no longer hiding in the shadows. He is the president of Syria. Clearly, a lot can change in 6 months. 6 months ago, Jolani was a terrorist leader fighting against the Assad regime. That government, the Assad regime, collapsed last December. Bashar al-Assad fled the country. Al-Jolani took over. And now he's meeting the U.S. president. He is the first Syrian leader to meet an American president in 25 years.
On Air Force One, the U.S. president further praised the Syrian president.
How did you find the Syrian president?
Great. I think very good. Young, attractive guy, tough guy. You know, strong past. Very strong past fighter.
And also to sign the Abraham Accords with Israel, of course, a big push during the first Trump administration with respect to Arab nations to try to normalize ties with Israel.
Earlier today, Mr. Trump sat down with Saudi Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman, and they signed multiple deals, including one that the White House described as the largest defense sales agreement in history. Well, now this is just the first leg of the president's 4-day trip. He's expected to touch down in Qatar before visiting the United Arab Emirates.
Joined now by Faisal Abbas, the editor of Arab News, who was at a VIP-packed lunch with Donald Trump, and you were there when he made that speech as well. You've been there for most of the day. Just give us a sense of what it was like in the room, the sort of energy we talked about. Sort of, it really was a highly charged energy in there.
Absolutely. Well, first of all, thank you for having me, Yalda. In terms of energy, I can only describe it as a rock star reception, and it has a lot to do with Donald Trump's persona, but also the messages that he delivered in his speech. I think the Riyadh speech of Donald Trump is going to go down in history, at least in this part of the world, as a very favorable speech. He did pass on several very important messages. First of all, he appeared as a true statesman and a man of peace. I know that's not what perhaps many people might associate him with.
And chaos, mayhem throughout the rest of the world, as he said, instead focusing on an effort to help unite all countries throughout this region.
After an historic day, Syrian President Ahmed al-Shara addresses the nation.
Today, serious work has begun, and with it, the rebuilding of modern Syria. So Syria is together towards progress, prosperity, science, and action.
The day began with a 33-minute-long meeting that broke a 25-year-old stalemate in diplomatic relations between Syria and the US as the presidents of both countries sat down together. The meeting was brokered by Saudi Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman. Also in attendance via phone was Turkish President Recep Tayyip Erdogan.
Now, according to the White House, Donald Trump urged Shara to normalize situations with Israel. By that, he means sign the Abraham Accord.
There's no playbook for this. Mohammed al-Julani was once a top commander of Al-Qaeda. He's now running a country, and guess who just decided to legitimize him? Donald Trump. He's calling him a good and attractive guy. The question is why? According to Trump, it's all about one man, Saudi Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman.
I will be ordering the cessation of sanctions against Syria in order to give them a chance at greatness. Oh, what I do for the Crown Prince. The sanctions were brutal and crippling and served as an important function, nevertheless, at the time. But now it's their time to shine. It's their time to shine.
Do you think Syria will join the Abraham Accord?
Yeah, but I think they have to get themselves straightened out. I told him, I hope you're going to join when it's straightened out. He said yes. But they have a lot of work to do.
But even friendship has its limits. And for Saudi Arabia, that red line was the Abraham Accords. It is Trump's dream. He wants Saudi Arabia to normalize ties with Israel, but Crown Prince MBS is not so keen. And that's understandable. It's because of the Gaza war. Riyadh has made one thing very clear. It will not happen. Normalization will not happen until there is a clear path to Palestinian statehood. But Trump still persisted.
It's been an amazing thing, the Abraham Accords, and it's my fervent hope, wish, and even my dream that Saudi Arabia, a place I have such respect for, especially over the last fairly short period of time, what you've been able to do, but will soon be joining the Abraham Accords.
Even without normalization, it was a successful trip. From here, Trump has now flown to Qatar.
But the foundation of the U.S.-Qatar relationship for years has been more than just business. It's also rooted in the key diplomatic role the state plays for the United States. Back in Doha on Wednesday evening, at a state dinner hosted by the Emir, Trump appealed once again for help.
And I hope you can help me with the Iran situation, because it's a perilous situation, and we want to do the right thing. We want to do it something.
So, guys, is Trump ushering in the one world system? What y'all think about that?
I think no matter who is sitting in the chair, these days are coming.
These days are coming,
these
baby.
Things are coming.
Look like he may be the forefront guy, though.
Right.
I mean,
it appears that way.
The most powerful nations, their leaders will always appear to be those guys, you know.
The thing that was different, though, about the way he's moving is that you ain't never seen an American, president like that with these guys.
Yeah, he's got the swag.
Yeah, he's
That's
got
what
it.
is.
Yeah, he does, bro.
See, the news reporters talking about the first time, and it's the first time
in 25 years that a U.S. president has met with what was that?
Oh, too many.
Syria.
Yes.
Yeah, the Syrian president or whatever. So, hey, listen, man. Who knows? That's how I feel. I feel like, it could be. It could be. It doesn't have to be just because it seems that way, though. That's the problem. A lot of people will jump off a bridge, and I'm not. You know what I mean?
I think from a scriptural perspective, it puts things in line, because the Word of God teaches us that Israel is going to be in bed with all of its neighbors, And so when we look at things from that perspective, we come to understand that Israel will not be leaning on God for their support for everything, but leaning on their partners.
Right.
And so when we see things like this happening, you have the leader of, like people believe the most prominent nation on earth is vouching for you to all these other nations that are against you, and making peace, making a sit down, making a connection,
that's
fighting for that, the Abraham Accord. You know what I mean? Like, you see scripture being fulfilled in that regard.
Right.
You know, so it's pretty interesting.
Right.
Yeah, there's a lot of ties too. Like when it comes to Israel and America, Israel was what made a state like in the 48, was it?
1948.
48, right?
Yeah.
So I came across this. I'll just read what Google says. It's about Harry Truman, one of our ex-presidents. So it says, while Harry S. Truman did not literally start Israel, he was the first world leader to formally recognize the state of Israel, which was established on May 14th, 1948. His recognition was crucial in the early days of Israel's existence, providing it with legitimacy and support. So we see here there's always been a handshake with America and Israel. When Israel was named, what they were named, he was one of the ones introducing it. So in the very beginning, you know.
Yep.
So while people think that America may not play an important part in this, I think America does.
Oh, absolutely.
And as we see what's going on, man, like the stuff Trump is doing, these presidents ain't been doing it. Like we done seen all those videos right now, and it looks like he's doing something, and he's getting all this respect from all these leaders. You know, having everybody sit down and shake hands with each other, making a peace in the Middle East, talking about the Abraham Accord and all this stuff. You know,
yeah.
It's definitely an interesting time, an interesting situation taking place with him, you know. I mean, and he was doing that his first term too. He was trying to make.
And he's already talking about. I know president can't run more than twice, but he's already talking about the next president election going in for it too.
Third term,
it's never been done before, but I'll do it. I'll do it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like imagine he runs again when it's time.
Well, he seems far more competent than Joe Biden. That's for sure.
Joe Biden now. Oh, that's in the news too. Joe Biden's just got announced that he has cancer and everything.
Oh wow.
And the soap opera game. But yeah, man, I do believe Trump is playing some big role in these times.
Well, I mean, he's definitely given these people, these other leaders, the confidence, right, to come out and start new conversation with the United States, so it's interesting that way.
President Trump posting on social media that he had a phone call with Russian President Vladimir Putin that lasted more than an hour. In that post, he since deleted it, saying, it was a good conversation, but not a conversation that will lead to immediate peace.
Seize this moment. Put aside your differences and focus on the interests that unite you. Focus on the interests that unite you. Then all of humanity will soon be amazed at what they will see right here in this geographic center of the world. It really is. It's like a center of the world and the spiritual heart of its greatest faiths, greatest faiths, greatest faiths.
A church, a synagogue, and a mosque. 3 buildings facing each other, but in 3 different directions. This is the very symbolic architectural concept of this Abrahamic family house.
Sheikh Mohammed bin Zayed then decided that there should be a synagogue included in the complex so that the 3 great monotheistic religions would all be represented equally. Each religion has its own identity and its own services, but they will all coexist in the same compound. They will all coexist in the same compound.
As you said. It's like in the old, just a lot heavier.
So your message to the people of Abu Dhabi?
Well, it's just a message of unity when you look at what we've just seen. It's great unity, great faith. It's great unity, great faith. It's great unity, great faith. Great unity, great faith. They're incredible people with a tremendous leader who's a friend of mine.
I don't know. That's up to you guys to, figure out what you may believe when it comes to these things, but we're just presenting what we see, and things for the enemy is on the up and up.
Be watchers.
Yep, absolutely. We're going to be doing a lot more of these things, so stay with us. Make sure you subscribe to our channel on U.G.L.Yeshua. That's on all social media platforms, and just stay focused, guys. Hope you come back for more. My name is Darius, and all truth is important because the truth will set you free. All truth leads to Christ. Yeshua said, I am the way, the truth, and the life. Until next time.
What's good besides God? That's nothing. And I'm Junior, and I'm going to tell you the truth whether you like it or not. Short and sweet.
I'm Jason. May the Lord bless you and keep you. May the Lord make his face shine upon you and be gracious to you. May the Lord lift up his countenance toward you and give you peace. God bless y'all.